the Africans were brought from the coastal regions to Guinea and Eastern Africa and sold to the Europeans. The African tribal leaders received guns, iron objects, clothes and liquor in return for the African people.
Students, isn't quite disgusting? The ships were filled with slaves and they were not even provided with proper food or medicines. Many of them used to die before they reached the ports, as it took many days to reach America from Africa. The slaves were treated inhumanly even in America. They were made to work a lot without proper food or medicines.
Millions of Africans were converted as slaves and were taken to North America, South America and other nearby islands, and many of them died due to slavery. There were many agencies that were involved in the slave trade in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Like we have studied, the Europeans reached India by going around Africa. The Europeans gradually started halting at the African ports. The Portuguese, Dutch, the English, the French and the Germans eventually gained footholds in the interior parts of Africa and colonized them.
The Europeans explored the interior parts of Africa while they began to build their colonies in Africa. In the west, they explored the entire valley of the Niger. They began to travel northwards from the Cape Town and explored the area around the river Zambezi. In the north, they traveled to the originating point of the river Nile.
Now, let us look at the activities carried on by the Europeans in Africa. Timber, minerals, etc. from Africa was exported to Europe on a large scale. Zambia and Zimbabwe are rich source of copper mines, which has been an important item of exports. In addition to exporting the resources, the Europeans began to grow coffee, tea, rubber, tobacco, which was also exported to Europe. Can you believe that the gold and diamond mines which are in southern Africa are still under the control of European companies? Only during the last century, the various countries in Africa gained independence from the European powers, although there are many Europeans who settled in various parts of Africa. Gradually, the people in Africa are gaining control over their lands, forests, mines, agricultural production and so on, which were actually under the control of the Europeans. Here's an exercise for you. Please take the map of Africa and try to mark the different countries based on this map for the next class.